Hello and welcome to Burnt Cookbook Party, an original Pathfinder campaign set in a unique fantasy world where 4 heroes of varying skills, attractiveness, and stupidity race against time to prevent a war. I'm Jenna Stoeber and I play Astra Buffet Addled Half-Elf Oracle, who is exactly who she says she is. And I'm joined by...
Andrew Hansen, playing Johnny Brightchild, a hot and sunny Ifrit Resort Spa paladin, eager to help and flex.
Caitlin Stayduhar, playing Patty Hertz, a ratfolk ranger dandy with a nose for gossip and cheese.
Paul Luetkemeyer, playing Zelf, an elfin battle chef carving a name for himself in the high-stakes world of magical cooking.
And we're, of course, led today and for the rest of all time by our illustrious GM and world builder, Justin Green. Justin, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited that we're going to get back to the normal characters, normal podcast this week. I did forget, though. Sorry. This episode is actually starting with a secret recording. Andrew, did you want to retake your intro?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
sorry.
How dare you,
Oh my
Justin
God,
Green.
what?
Justin?
Are you ready?
Andrew Hansen.
I was like, wait, should I be mad at Andrew?
Andrew Hansen,
we
playing...
should. I don't think we should let Andrew do this.
I just have to, just a second, I just have to do this. Andrew Hansen playing Johnny Anaj, a sarcastic, scheming, smoldering Ifrit, delighted by secrets and destruction.
God damn it.
No!
Feel it on my skin.
It's just me and Andrew here today. So today we're going to catch up a little bit with our friend Johnny Anaj.
Yeah.
Johnny and Naj, the last 5 or so years after you were able to cheat into the time loop early with Rabiol the Generous, it's been extremely frustrating because Johnny Brightchild and friends, their actions during that loop have created a butterfly effect that has not only kept you from reaching Rabiol again, getting into that secret entrance, but it's also disrupted the Ministry's extremely reliable timeline of events that has allowed Brightchild to sort of ascend naturally and get Johnny and Naj in that way. So you've been stuck as like this ghost of a god on another planet, in another plane of existence.
That's an idiot. Just like screaming at the TV.
Doomed to watch Johnny Brightchild give massages and build petting zoos on repeat. The ultimate hell.
I hope that grandmother gets eaten again today. God, I just hate her so much.
This current loop, though, things have sort of changed. Johnny Brightchild came into possession of Ogavia's implement of Zitrix, which kind of empowered Anaj enough that he was able to exert some control over Brightchild's body. Andrew, you and I had discussed this in our chat outside of the podcast, but to record things for posterity, do you want to explain Anaj's thought process, why he was using this control to expose Patty to the implement of Hibdal?
Yeah, so Anaj's whole thought process is that the more demigods there are, the better. And the more chaos there is, the more opportunity there is for him to get back in. Getting other people to step into that mantle is part of his agenda. In his mind, it counters whatever the Ministry, the Fleeting Zodiac, is trying to do. And also, it kind of creates sort of like sticky strings of alliances where like maybe if he can help another demigod ascend, they'll start to see things more his way and understand that he is part of the game and that he has to be brought into it too. So by attempting to get Patty to recall her memories when he took over Brightchild to touch her with the implement of Hibdal, it was to remind her of like, you know, the power and ascension like that she had gained. Power is a corrupting and heady thing. And so hoping to sort of push more in her chaotic elements, and maybe the divine Patty Hertz would see a need for the destructive tendencies of Johnny Anaj. As he sort of would prod last time, you know, as like direct violent action can sometimes be a mover and shaker of things. And since Patty is gaining more powers of chaos and liberation and freedom, Anaj is hoping to try and use some of those domain powers for his benefit.
This is slightly off topic, but I Justin, am personally curious what Johnny Anaj feels about how scared the other squad members have been to even just say his name to Johnny Brightchild.
It's really frustrating, but also kind of gratifying. Like, it's one of those things where it's like you want somebody to have some sort of fear or respect about you, but also Johnny Anaj needs them to like speak him into existence.
Mm-hmm.
The more that loose threads concerning Johnny's memory can be pulled and stuff like that, the easier it'll be able for him to get in. So finally, the fact that someone else has mentioned this name so it can be a little earworm in Johnny's brain to unravel things he's grateful for, but was really frustrated that, he would just see like, Johnny would be like, huh, there's probably something there, and then like turn away from it, and like internally Anaj is still like staring at those people like, ah! To me, Andrew, it's been hilarious. For Johnny Anaj, I imagine it's been incredibly frustrating.
More recently, Johnny Anaj's ability to spy on Johnny Brightchild has kind of hit a snag because Johnny's astral form is being whisked off into another dimension by the Pink Knight.
Yeah.
Also, what does Johnny Anaj think about Johnny Brightchild getting cursed into an engagement?
He's pissed. What the hell is he gonna do if Brightchild is off in the Fey realms? Like, that's not part of his agenda on the material plane and all of this other stuff. And fucking going to get married. This world needs to be destroyed. And I can't do that if I'm putting pink in the rainbow. However, maybe these sorts of anomalies and changes can work to my advantage. Maybe, Johnny Brightchild is off doing these other things. It's harder for other people to monitor him. Maybe he can find another way in. The more trouble Brightchild gets into is a positive for Anaj, because that'll push him into more negative headspace. And then it'll be easier for the evil whispers of Johnny Anaj to work their magic.
Great. I also just love the expression, he's off putting pink in the rainbow. Sounds like a euphemism. I don't know what for yet.
Hey, man, I don't want to put pink in your rainbow, but I'm just saying. And like Anaj is like, what color are they even going to go to war with? Like, that, are they going to kick out blue? No, that's ridiculous. Blue is a much stronger force. They'd never win.
So the group is left. Dylan and Nalia have kind of pulled Johnny Brightchild's body into a more comfortable space in a back room of the temple and left him to rest. Some amount of time has passed while this wedding is happening, but eventually a familiar face appears looming over the body of Johnny Brightchild with a serious expression. Johnny Brightchild knows this person as Narissa, now Celeste. Johnny Anaj has known her by many names.
Yeah.
Most notably would be Freya. This woman has proven to be an incomparable ally to Johnny Anaj over countless loops. But importantly, she is not a friend to the extent that Johnny Anaj is even capable of having friendship.
Right.
You know very well it's an alliance of necessity, that there is no love lost between the two of you, but she is reliable. She is effective. And at least within the time loop, your goals are more or less the same.
That's like the Astra definition of friendship. And so
For
that's
sure.
that's Johnny Anaj functions on those wavelengths as well. So
So yeah, she's interested in assembling a new demigod pantheon, preventing the natural destruction of Irisol, and she is interested in getting Johnny Brightchild to become Johnny Anaj, and so she's helped that along many, many times. Now she stands before you, and she's standing with a very dejected-looking Pink Knight who's still in his bodacious colored tuxedo. And the Pink Knight is kind of lamenting, like, what is this all for, Celeste? If I do this for you, you'll be bound to Castle Coral forever. And isn't that what you've spent your whole life trying to avoid? But she's emotionless. She kind of nods at Johnny's body, like, get on with it. And so with a half-hearted wave of his hand, the Pink Knight fills the room with these cartoon hearts that are floating on a swirling pink wind, kind of wrapping around Johnny's body and lifting it up into a sitting position.
Sparkle.
Yeah. And Johnny Anaj, you begin to feel a tingling sensation in your arms and legs. And once again, you are feeling some control of this body as if you're waking up from a deep sleep.
The first thing that Johnny Anaj does is he fixes his crooked grin that is not characteristic of Johnny Brightchild, and it makes it very apparent that something has changed. Freya, my friend, thank you.
She grips your hand and she kind of pulls you roughly towards the exit of this dorm area. kind of leaving behind the Pink Knight. She's like, come on, quickly, we have to move.
See, I'm trying to decide how Johnny Anaj feels about the Pink Knight. The phrase that Zelf used of marriage being a prison has sort of been sticking with him, and he's been pretty mad about it. He'll take a swing at the Pink Knight.
Okay.
Does the Pink Knight have a ring on? Because that's what I'm going to attack. I'm going to try and sunder the ring that he has.
The Pink Knight does. And actually make a perception check.
All right. I think I got a 9.
Yeah, you do notice a ring. It is not the one that he was wearing. It doesn't match Bright Child's ring. So it is a new wedding ring on his hand.
Ooh. Moving on so quickly. And then strikes out at him. No, low damage roll, but 31 to hit and 16 damage if I hit.
To hit his wedding ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, you strike it. It does damage it. The Pink Knight falls back shocked. Nerissa kind of grips you harder with her giant gauntlets and says, he just brought you back, Johnny Anaj. You want him to undo this?
Don't want to be beholden to him. Freya.
You're not beholden to him. I am. And she removes one of her gauntlets and shows you a matching wedding ring on her hand.
Ooh. That's quite a sacrifice. I owe you a favor, don't I?
You do, and we can talk about it in the next room. And the cartoon hearts that are still floating up towards the ceiling in this room, kind of like eggs, they begin to hatch. They're torn open with knife-like blue spider legs.
Whoa.
And she pulls you again towards the door to leave this room.
Oh, yeah, no, time to move. Watch out for Blue. Looks like they found you, Mr. Pink.
Leaving this room, you find yourself back in the divine catnip garden. Freya slams the door behind you, trying to barricade the door shut. She tells you, this is not going to hold them in for long. We have to move quickly. There's 6 others in the temple currently. Abraham Neven and his duplicate, a cleric, a paladin of Molni. 2 others, they don't seem to be with Molni. I don't know who they are. The Pink Knight created a distraction by passive-aggressively undoing Johnny Brightchild's wish and handing all of the temple cats over to this squirrel. But I'm not sure we're going to get out of here without a fight.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
You move towards the atrium, and she hands you a small golden key, which you recognize as belonging to a lockbox in the Nest, this kind of criminal underground space in Resgris built atop a city that had been destroyed by the Doom weapon. This lockbox is one of the few things in the world that belongs to Johnny Anaj and not to Johnny Brightchild.
While we're walking to the atrium, Johnny's gonna drag the King's Reason through the catnip fields to destroy it for fun. Is there anything of Molni's specifically on this throne, symbol or something like that the Anaj would purposely deface? Kind of in a way so that Johnny realizes that he did it?
On the platform, really pretty large, is the holy symbol of Molni, which is like a cat paw, but the little toe beans are the symbol of Gavelyne. So you can absolutely deface that in whatever way you'd like.
Yeah, totally. Will very rudely and gruesomely declaw the cat's paw.
Awesome.
So that it looks painful and damaged. Yeah. Do you want me to roll for that? Or do you want me to...
No. Yeah, okay. It's unprotected. Yeah. You have some time here. Yeah, a couple strikes from the King's Reason wielded by a mythic individual is enough.
Awesome.
So returning to the entryway atrium of the temple, you can hear some commotion as the bachelors and Mala and Nalia are kind of trying to chase this squirrel away as it's bouncing around the edges of this temple.
Oh my God.
Notably, you do not see Zayden or Gentry.
He'll probably go kill Nalia, charge out, balls to the wall, and is going to smite good against her. And then is going to full attack. All right. Does a 19 hit?
19 is exactly what you needed. That was the,
Hell yeah.
Lowest number that would hit.
I'll do 45 and 35 damage. Damn, I deal 80 damage to Nalia.
Yeah, you take her down in one hit from behind. She does not see you coming.
Sweet dreams, old cat. And then I turn with a garrulous grin over towards Mala and I howl.
Mala is terrified. Dylan raises his machete and points it towards you.
He's a follower of Patty.
Says, I knew you were bad news the second you showed up on set, bro. Still feeling emasculated because I'm better at massage than you?
Whatever, shortcake. Why don't you come and try your grip on me? Come on, I got a muscle right here that's throbbing for you.
So he's going to smite evil. He does have that.
Damn.
And...
Nice.
Oh.
Natural 20.
Yeah, so I rolled a natural 20. To confirm is a 22. Does that confirm?
It confirms. Very
wow.
impressive. Yeah.
So he strikes you for 16 bludgeoning damage as he charges at you and hits you with his holy weapon, this tankard.
And Janni will take that on the chin and he'll be pretty surprised. Actually, that Dylan landed it on him. And he's kind of impressed. And it's one of those things where he kind of rears back and then kind of has a very edgelord, sadistic, masochistic kind of look on his face where he's just like, yeah, pain. It's good.
Nerissa is going to shoot you a look and say, I've got Abraham and Neven. And she doesn't want you to kill them because they are potentially demigods of Ednir. Not likely, but
yeah,
in the mix. So she is going to try and just shock them with her gauntlets, dealing non-lethal damage. She hits Abraham 3 times in quick succession.
Damn.
For about 51 damage. That knocks him unconscious. She turns to Neven with a critical hit. Instead of damaging him with her punch, she channels electricity into him and stuns him instead. And Janni Anaj, it is your turn.
Janni Anaj is pretty impressed that Dylan hurt him. And also he knows this is one of Patty's followers. And ostensibly he would like to, not necessarily have Patty be against him. He's wondering Andrew is wondering, how easily can I maim Dylan? Can I cut off an arm?
Absolutely. For sure.
All right.
For sure.
That's going to be what Janni Anaj is trying to do here. He's going to attempt to maim and knock Dylan unconscious, but not necessarily kill him. Maybe leave him for dead, but he wants Patty to find him in pain.
Yeah.
Oh, he used smite against me, so he will also use another one of his smite charges. Smite for smite. I think I'm going to use another surge on that 2 that I roll. Man, low rolls. 13. So probably the 33. Just the 33.
Yeah, 33 hits. Yeah, for 40 damage. It does not knock him out, but that is 90% of his HP.
I'm gonna make an intimidation check against him for free.
Yeah.
Dang. I got a 22.
His demoralized DC is a 17.
I get to make a free attack against him if I intimidate him. So now I'm going to use to knock him unconscious. I'm going to do subdual damage to him. Oh, come on. Natural 1. Man, bad luck.
Whenever you do that and you fail to damage the target with your bonus action, the shaking condition is immediately over.
Ends. Oh, man.
Bro, you punch like you massage.
Ah! How can you even still talk? Maybe I've misjudged you, Dylan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember all of my mythic abilities. I think I have mythic initiative at the beginning, right? That's the one that lets me take another round of actions.
Go for it.
Ah!
Oh my
another
God,
natural
Andrew.
1. That's crazy. Dylan will not be touched.
You feel that Molni's temple, this divine beacon of luck, is really causing a problem for you.
Oh my God, it's because I'm trying not to kill him. That's why. It's because I'm trying to take it easy. He'll use his sudden attack against Mala.
Okay.
Come on.
Mala's much easier to hit. A 17 does hit.
Okay.
And she has exactly 26 hit points. You see Mala start charging up a divine spell. Her hand is glowing white, and she's reaching out to touch you with it. And you strike her down as that happens. Dylan is going to take a full round action. He's going to hit you with his tankard and bite you with his capybara mouth.
Capybara! Nice.
Both of those rolls were terrible, a 14 and a 16. They do not connect. Nerissa is going to punch the stunned Neven.
Nice.
Yeah, and the other twin is also knocked out. And it's back to you, Johnny.
All right, let's see if his chaotic aura of Hipdol is protecting him again. Does that hit?
A 20, I think it does.
Okay, cool. I'll deal 40 non-lethal to him.
Yeah, he is knocked backwards unconscious. And that's everybody.
And then Johnny Anaj is going to take the holy symbol of Mala and put it in his lockbox.
Yeah. And what are you going to do with Dylan? You're going to take his arm?
Yeah, I think that seems right. I feel like that. I feel like that's what...
Perfect. Yeah, you carve off one of Dylan's super muscly capybara arms. The squirrel has watched all of this happen. Its creepy bug eyes wide. It thinks for a second, you can tell, about trying to hibernate you. But then just continues on its business, deciding not to interact with the man holding somebody else's arm.
He does kind of want to leave messages for Patty, or like things that he thinks will kind of help her along her path of chaos, but he's not entirely sure. Andrew isn't entirely sure what those things are yet. I feel like Johnny Anaj needs to leave some sort of grisly message written in the blood of Dylan's arm on the wall.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay. Trying to save the world, find me, is what he's going to write on the wall.
Okay.
He's going to... This is so dumb. Using the arm, he's going to leave a pearl in it, clutched in his hand.
Perfect.
He'll summon Diane. He'll turn into Tiny Johnny and he'll start riding.
They're going to hate this. I'm excited.
Oh, they're going to hate it so much.
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous about the state of Johnny's body.
Would you...
Why don't we explore the rest of the temple before we talk through everything we've found?
The four of you make your way deeper into the temple.
The catnip fields.
When you walk through the doorway that was initially locked the first time that you were here, it's wide open, and you find that the catnip garden has been burned to ash.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm so upset about this beautiful place getting ransacked, this beautiful kitty heaven.
You would do such a wanton act of destruction.
And still no kitties, by the way.
Oh, where are the
No
kitties?
kitties.
No cats, no cats.
If they were smelling these fumes,
God.
too.
Trust me, it would be worse if we found them. I think they just left when the temple lost its blessing.
Oh, I like the implication that Andrew had, which is that they got high
They
and
all got
wandered
high,
off and they're in a pile somewhere.
A kitty cuddle pile? Yeah.
Yes.
Zelf and Astra looking beyond the garden. In the doorway that leads to the dorms and then deeper than that to the trials, you see more webbing and you see another cocoon. Up the stairs to the north is Molni's teleportation platform, which has been destroyed, defaced with the symbol of Zitrix, the holy symbol of Molni mercilessly declawed.
Does it look like it was destroyed with an adamantine greatsword?
Yes, it looks like the work of the King's Reason.
No.
The perfect sundering weapon.
Oh, God.
Patty Hertz, you are looking out at this catnip garden and just feeling devastated when you feel a tap on your shoulder from seemingly nowhere. But then Zayden reveals himself from invisibility. He says, Patty, thank God you're here. It's been crazy.
Zayden, hey.
Everybody's dead.
Yeah, buddy, things have been bad. How are you invisible? Oh my God. Anyway, oh my God, what happened? Who did this? Did you see anything?
He's like, I fought the guy off. It was just me against everybody else. And then as he's talking, he sees Johnny Brightchild, and he immediately goes invisible again.
Gosh, who would just
no.
burn this
This
catnip
is-
like this? This is crazy.
This is
Like,
bad.
fuck.
This is bad.
sacred.
Yep.
Oh, this is bad.
Zitrix is up to some bad stuff.
Yeah, Johnny, yeah. Guys, okay. We did our best. We tried to protect our sweet Johnny Brightchild
What?
from the harsh realities of the world.
I just missed a few nights of sleep, guys. It's not that big. of a
And
deal.
clearly it didn't work. It happened, and we gotta just come clean. He's not gonna be able to help us if he doesn't know what's going on.
I
Patty, truth is nuanced. Ultimately, the important truth of truth is all about the presentation delivery. I leave it to you to present things in the right way.
Okay. Patty's gonna gather herself. She's gonna go over and be like,
Johnny, let's sit down here in the corner of the catnip field and relax for a moment. So, sometimes people have demigod alter egos, and that's okay. It's a natural part of life. It's nothing to be embarrassed of or scared about. But sometimes people's demigod alter egos are like really scary and bad and murdery. And I hate to break it to you, bud, but you are the some people that I'm talking about here.
Johnny, sometimes we are our own worst enemies.
Johnny looks over at the destroyed throne, I guess, and like the X patterns start to pop out at his eyes and glow a little bit, like and he's like, so I did this.
Johnny, your body did this, possessed by the demigod of Zitrix. Do you think that's you? Or do you think it was just the vehicle for something else? That's an important question for me, because, Johnny, sometimes you seem a little chaotic.
What? Really?
Who is Johnny Brightchild? And who is Johnny Anaj?
You think I'm not like holding up my paladin vows? Like what?
No, nobody's saying that. No.
Like have I broken the law?
Nobody is saying that exactly. I'm not saying that at least. Are you, Soph?
Like
No.
you would tell me, right? Like, you wouldn't like lead me astray like into breaking the law like that, right? Like that's something that you all
I would certainly try, and I would never be successful, Johnny, so...
So you're saying I have like an alternate personality that's like a murderous demigod? Is that like, whoa, okay, well, then I guess like I've just gotta like go, right?
No. No, Johnny. The Johnny here with us now is Johnny Brightchild, and the Johnny that has gone on a rampage is Johnny Anaj. So, as of now, you're divided, and there's no reason for us to send you away.
So there is a Johnny Anaj.
No, is there ever?
How did he get through? Did somebody find him and let him out? I don't think Rabual made a house call to Molni's temple. I think there are people who have been watching and waiting, people working with Anaj.
I just putting it out there. Is there a chance that the Pink Knight is in on this in some way and was actively helping Zitrix break through, or Johnny Anaj to break through, or somebody else to break through?
Maybe. We can't say for sure. I think there are too many possibilities and too little known.
All right. So wait, how is he a demigod? Like what? Where does he come from? Like what? I don't understand.
Where do any demigods come from?
I don't know.
But that's a good question. We have with us somebody who isn't an original demigod.
Patty.
So we know that in some way people can become demigods outside of the loops.
All right. So that must mean that at some point I became a demigod?
Johnny, in our first loop, I met with your master Orem.
Whoa!
They told me that in some loop, sometime in the past, you, Johnny Brightchild, sacrificed yourself to become Zitrix's vessel.
Whoa.
Clearly that went awry.
Why would I do that, though?
To prevent greater destruction.
Oh, okay. That sounds right. That tracks.
And the important thing to remember is that you're a good person, Johnny Brightchild. And we know when we love you, whether you're in your body or not. Right, guys? Right?
Well, he can't be blamed for Anaj's actions.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I just wanted to get that over the line there.
But that's my body.
Yeah.
That is your body.
And it's powerful, and it's tall, and it's burly.
Yeah.
Capable of creating great acts of damage, usually in the name of good. Johnny?
Yeah.
Do you feel better knowing this, or do you feel like you were better off not knowing this?
Oh, that is important context for our truthiness moving forward, isn't it?
Well, I appreciate all of you telling me this, but like honestly, Astra, I'm not even sure if I'm awake right now. Like I think like this could all still be like in a dream.
Oh, Johnny.
I've had like really crazy dreams before, and like I've tried to wake up, but like I can't, do it. And so like But if this is not a dream and like my body has been stolen by like an alternate personality demigod thing of mine, I guess it's not really an alternate personality, but like it's been like hiding out in me.
Yeah, we're not really sure.
Yeah, does that mean like the demigod essence that's like Patty is like different than Patty?
Ooh.
Well, the jury's out on that one, too. Right now, the intersection of Patty and Hibdal is deceptively similar to the Patty we know, but that could always go in a very interesting direction at a moment's notice.
I mean, I don't really know what Hibdal feels like. I feel a lot of things right now. I feel sad. I feel scared. I feel a little hungover, honestly. But I mean, if that's how Hibdal feels, I guess then I feel like Hibdal, but that's also how Patty feels. So maybe both?
Whoa. I mean, like, that make you like a really good fit, right? Like, if like being a demigod was just like naturally being you. Like...
Oh, Johnny. Word for word verbatim, that's what Anaj said in our first loop. That the way he is the way Zitrix is. So funny how your phrasing matches.
Funny?
Yes.
Honestly, it feels kind of icky.
Yeah,
Self. Like it kind of makes it feel kind of like tainted and oily.
Yeah.
Like something like that I thought was coming from me might also have just been coming from Zitrix this whole time.
Yeah, that's why I was like, why is he laughing? This is not funny, haha. There wasn't even a pun in there. It was kind of funny, weird, funny, sad.
Yeah.
It's like when you bite some shellfish and you say, this tastes funny.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That is how that made me feel, like a little nauseated, yeah.
The complexities of life are so fascinating. The vicissitudes are so unexpected. We need to get back in with Shadowend. We know that there's the possibility one of our friends is going to become Bishad's vessel in this loop.
Ugh.
Whoa.
The first thing we need to do is not be in a temple that is destroyed and under attack.
That's fine.
This is not a safe place.
We need to see who's in the cocoon in the other room, and we need to see if there are any more cocoons in the basement, and the dorms, and in the obstacle course.
It's not often you get to listen to a podcast that you are on as though you were a fan of the show, listening to an episode for the first time. And yet, such an experience is afforded to us, the players of Burnt Cookbook Party, thanks to the wonderful and terrible structure of this show. I think that's truly unique in the actual play podcast field. I certainly don't know of any other shows that make use of flashbacks and secret recordings the way we do, and I listen to a lot of actual plays. And if you think that uniqueness is cool and good and worth supporting, well, sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com/BCBparty. It's only $5 a month, and that gets you ad-free episodes, bonus content, and bi-weekly character questions. If you enjoyed the characters in last week's episode 69, then you'll certainly want to sign up to hear the character question that was posted last week, which we answered as those lovable perverts. You can listen to it right now by going to patreon.com/BCBparty.
You guys, as you are having the conversation that you were just having, make your way into the room that is leading down towards the trials where you find the last cocoon. And as you're chatting, Astra, saying how much you distrust the Pink Knight, you cut open this and you find a lecherous little frog that blinks a couple times and then says, hey, make out with me.
Oh, no. Still horny after all this. Bless him.
Oh my god, he's sending out another lure.
Can Zelf kiss the frog?
No, what? Are you kidding me?
The frog. No.
Wait, Zilf, be careful.
Astra immediately, once he opens it and sees the horny frog, she reseals it. She's like, she knits it back together and puts it back into the cocoon.
Hey, make out with me. What? Hey, no.
You push Zelf away from kissing this frog and try to reseal this cocoon. And you're making just like vague attempts. You don't really know how to do it. And you feel suddenly like some goo dripping down from the ceiling that falls over your hand and helps cover this back up. And when you look up, you see a monstrosity. At first, you think it's a time spider, but it's much larger. And instead of being all spider, the top of it is vaguely humanoid. It has long, pointed, needle-like hands that are weaving this goo together into almost like a beautiful tapestry that is spiraling down and wrapping around the pink knight frog again, sealing it back up. It does have 8 spider arms and 2 human arms, and it's using all of those to weave this blue goo into kind of a beautiful fabric of sorts.
Awful. Thank you.
It has a pretty featureless face aside for 6 glowing eyes. When each of you make eye contact with it, this face changes into somebody that you know and recognize.
Oh my God.
For Patty, when you stare at it, you see your father, and not just your father, but Barnaby at a very specific moment when you walked into your home after your trial and you found High Mage Windhorn, who had presided over it, sitting in your living room, having drinks with your parents, and your father made eye contact with you for 1 second. And you can see the guilt in his face, and that is the face that you see looking into this creature. Janni, you see that dwarf that you've seen multiple times before, whose name that you don't know, but who you saw looking up at you when you were in Olvidel, who you saw in the past in Fort Frawley, and this resolved face staring at you once again in this creature. Zelf, you see Mero Rondu up on the witness box testifying, just filled with rage and despair, as they say all of the things that Chairman Naga had done that you had never heard, never imagined, didn't even know was wrong necessarily, but now in a whole different light. And Mero stares back at you. Astra, you see your mother, and it's your mother on the night that you came back from the Whispering Woods with Small, and was lauded a hero by everybody as you retold this story of what had happened, how you had saved him. And you see just this briefest moment of doubt that your mom had, where she didn't believe your story just for a second before she put back on that face that is always telling you how much she loves you and everything that you do.
Oh my God.
And then this creature drops from the ceiling. How am I going to decide this?
Oh God.
I'm going to roll a 1d4 here.
This is nightmare fuel.
Astra Blep.
Yeah.
Astra Blep, this creature lands on you, and its needle-like claws dig into you. You take 34 damage.
Oh my God.
I need you to make a will save.
Did Astra just die?
I have 4 points of health left. No, not to worry, everyone.
Oh my God.
Got 4 whole hit points. What were we worried about?
And I rolled a 10 on my will save for a 17.
This creature drops down from the ceiling, lands on top of Astra. Everyone watching this sees the needles go into her. But as soon as it happens, she's gone. And she is Capri Sun blue goo on the ground.
Justin. Oh my God.
I knew that things were too cute in the Coral Castle, and we were going to have to swing back in the other direction.
Oh my God. Oh, and Manny still has leprosy.
Okay.
Yeah, Manny does still have leprosy.
Oh, God.
No matter how
God.
much falls off, he'll be fine next loop.
What happens when you bring in a dream disease like crazy?
And everybody can roll initiative here. Astra, roll initiative as well, even though you're currently not with the group.
Oh, we're right into it, huh? Right on in here.
We got this. You gotta believe. And we've never given you any reason not to believe in us.
No, when it comes to 4-on-1 combats, the squad has done okay. like with Paltra Mimosa, with Ogavia. It sucks having Janni in a weird, ghost bro state.
Ghost bro.
Ghost bro, like that famous movie.
2.5 on 1, maybe.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Ghost Bro 2, though, like, I think is often, overlooked just because it's a sequel. But
This Ghost Dad spinoff, yeah.
yeah, it's just called Ghost Bros. Yeah.
Ghost Bros.
Yeah, for like Alien to Aliens. Yeah, it's the same.
I mean, the thing about Ghost Johnny is that he will be able to help maintain vibes.
And that's what really matters.
Extremely true.
Super
Better
cool.
than most ghosts.
Yeah, seriously.
The downside is we really need somebody who can hit.
Oh yeah, who can deal damage and take damage.
Yeah.
The fact that with one hit, Janni does 3 times the damage of everybody else combined.
That just means we need to hit 3 times as often.
Yeah. And with my vibe checks.
We're going to need a lot of vibes for that.
You'll need a lot of vibes.
Come on.
While Asker's out of commission, the 2 of you need to hit 4 to 8 more times than normal.
Well, Patty's a demigod, so we'll see.
Yeah,
Be able
what
to
do we-
shore that up.
yeah.
That's true.
I just want to see more flashbacks. I don't even care if we get a TPK as long as we get some juicy flashbacks.
I rolled a 14 for my initiative.
Oh yeah, I got a 22. Well, probably my best initiative roll this game.
Oh.
I think you're going first.
I got a 16. Am I in a... Yeah, I'm in the Whispering Woods. I get a +2 in the forest, so that's an 18.
Justin, is the ruin a forest or is it a ruin?
Wow.
Is it kind of both? Do you get double?
Don't entertain me.
The scumming voice is becoming its own separate character.
I want to follow the rules as written voice. For anyone in the audience who likes to follow the rules as written, I'm actually on your side.
Yeah, we all know, Paul. That's how this happened. I don't know why you're trying to excommunicate this part of your personality that we all know and love and rely on and respect.
Although I've rolled in Forge a 12, they have an ability called Omni-Observant. They have nearly perfect information about the passage of time in its vicinity.
Oh my god.
Always acts in the surprise round, and its initiative is always a natural 20.
Oh.
That's awesome. I hate it, but that's awesome.
Really
Yeah,
phenomenal.
well, that's cool, I guess.
It is going to use a full round action onto the pile of goo that is Astra. It is going to begin weaving it as it was weaving the web.
No, don't leave it. Ugh.
That's not what you do with goo.
I am going to have you make another will save against
Oof.
this weaving effect.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, get fucked, Justin. I rolled a 19 for a 26.
Nice.
Beautiful. It begins trying to weave this goo together, but it's not quite holding any shape.
Yes.
Zelf, what would you like to do?
Justin, first I'd like to use a swift action to use my Battle Chef ability, Discerning Palate, to try to determine if this creature has any unique abilities beyond the other time spiders. Can I roll a knowledge check for that, or is it beyond me because this is a weird, unique creature?
It's going to be very hard, but I'll let you make a planes check to kind of at least understand the nature of the cocoons and whatnot.
Wonderful. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't roll huge, but I do get a free inspiration of that for a total of 24, Justin.
That's not terrible. I will tell you that the cocoons have about 12 hit points. They have some damage resistance of 5. It seems like inside of the cocoons is some sort of time regression happening. The other thing that I'll give you with a 24 is that they seem to have a similar but stronger version of the time dilation as the regular time spiders that you've seen before. In more of a meta sense, the will save is higher, and even if you make the save, it slows you in this case.
That is so cool.
This thing is immune to flanking, and it's immune to critical
Holy
hits.
shit.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Holy shit. Uh-uh.
And also aging, but I don't know if anybody has any aging.
But yeah, maybe later.
Yeah, Haku over here.
Yeah, yes.
Since this thing is semi-humanoid, he's gonna shout up to it, and he'll say, "Web spinner, what's your plan for this temple?" And the question doesn't matter. He just wants to see if he can start a conversation.
Its head tilts It clearly understands what you're saying, but it doesn't have a mouth, Zelf, in its normal face. As it thinks about what you're saying for a second, the face of Miroran disappears, and you can see its true face as its eyes kind of like light up a bit more. And then as the second passes, it begins to look again like Marrow. You don't get an answer, but you definitely know that you've been heard.
Okay.
And maybe its communication style is not speech.
Well, it might have some kind of alien intelligence. It might understand us, but not want to communicate or be able to communicate on the same level. Still, that's very interesting.
Use some goo, Paul. It's goo-based communication.
Write a letter in goo.
Splash in the goo.
Patty Hertz, what would you like to do?
What do I want to do? I want to not fight this. Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, this thing is horrible. It's weaving goo Astra into something.
You could bail.
No, I can't. Jenna, I can't.
Would not be fitting of a demigod.
No. Oh my God. It would be so embarrassing.
Not with the community domain.
No, I could never.
No, you're right. Let's lean into the hubris domain. You can definitely defeat
I'll take
this.
this thing single-handed.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna coin shot it because I don't really want to get any closer. I doubt that my little coin is gonna do very much against Big Mama, but you know what? We'll try it. All right, it's a 31.
That definitely hits.
All right, for
Nice.
4 damage. Go me.
Awesome.
And this thing, I assume, is not an erosion noble.
No, unfortunately, it is not.
Well, you know what? I tried.
Astroblep, you are being displaced in time. Previously, I've just described a scenario that I had prepared, but now I have made a roll table. So, Jenna, I will have you open the roll table and roll for which memory you will end up in.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh, this is so alarming. There's just a list of single words.
Yes.
Oh, no.
There's 20 generic words. You each have one flashback for each of those words.
Oh, my God. Justin.
So everybody's going to use the same table.
Ooh.
Justin, my great regret is that it's unlikely we'll get to explore all of these. We'll have to publish them as supplemental material sometime.
I got one of the ones I am most nervous about.
Oh, no.
Court.
But I love it as a word because court, I think, is going to have different implications for Patty Hertz.
Right. It could be a lot of things.
Yeah, when Zelf goes a courtin'.
Yeah.
When Zelfie goes a courtin' and he does
Yeah.
ride.
Zelfa goes according and he did take the stand.
And it's going to mean something different for Astra.
Yeah.
Astra, in 1 second, you feel the weight of the Time Weaver dropping on top of you. But then the next second, it's gone. With an exhale of breath, you find you're still in the Whispering Woods, but you know you're much, much deeper because the plants that are surrounding you are all pink and twisting and spiraling unnaturally. You know instinctively where you are and what memory this is because you've relived it many, many times in your nightmares. Before you is the court of Abraxabobola.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
Hanging off the bizarre pink tree limbs are blood-red cloth curtains, and they frame what appears to be a theater of sorts, much different than the one that you know in Phenolin. What would you like to do?
First of all, she's going to twitch and brush her shoulders because she still feels the sensation of the spider dropping on her. And so she viscerally reacts to that. And then she viscerally reacts to being back here in the Whispering Woods so many years ago. I think she knows immediately what has happened because there's really only one way she'd be able to be back in Abraxabobola's court. And it is if she time traveled back into that moment. So I think with a certain sense of doom, a certain sense of knowing what is going to happen, she reaches out and brushes aside these red curtains to enter into the court.
Ah!
Good on Astra for not turning and running.
Yeah, right?
You know, she's role playing a younger version of herself.
Oh my god, I'm so invested in this.
Yeah, right?
Right?
You push these curtains to the side and walk deeper in. There is a stage straight ahead and two stark white stone walls on each side. Shadows dance and move across these walls, but no one seems to be casting them. They exist independently. The first time you were here, they were completely alien to you, but now you know that the shadows themselves are Fae that are pulling the strings here literally and metaphorically. In front of the stage, there are tree stumps to be used as seating, but it's very sparsely populated. There's a few spectators who are quite clearly lost. Fewer still are residents of the woods. You see like a pixie, a fawn. One of the shadows begins cranking a phonograph and eerie carnival music begins to play. On cue from the treetops, limp bodies drop down onto the stage,
Whoa.
and they're being animated and maneuvered by the
Oh
shadows.
my god.
Notably, the bodies are all shadowless themselves. You know, in hindsight, all victims of the spiral rapier. But they're drug around like marionettes, jumping and dancing at the whims of these shadow fae.
God. It's like a reverse shadow puppet theater.
Horrifying. Horrifying.
The bodies are all dressed in frilly, colorful costumes with intense doll-like makeup. And Astra, one of these puppets, is Small Blep Jr., rosy-cheeked,
Ooh.
long fake eyelashes bouncing up and down against his will. The lead of this performance about a boy who's lost in the woods.
Oh my God, small. Does he look cute? I mean, I know it's horrifying, but does he look kind of cute?
I mean, people who like dolls would think it was cute. Or, you know,
People who like dolls.
there are people who really think that that's great.
I don't think Astra does. I think she is appropriately horrified at this vision. This reminds me of Bunraku, where the puppet manipulators are dressed in black, but I'm imagining the puppets being life-sized and therefore the shadows being much larger.
Yeah.
And poor Small being forced to dance like a sad little monkey. She's going to try to call out to him. Small?
His eyes dart and see you, but that seems to be the only thing that he can really move on his own.
I want to take a seat and try to look around to see if I can find somebody who seems like this is who the performance is for.
The first time that you were here, Astra, you were not sure where to look. It was all a lot going on, and it was hard to tell, you know, who was casting these shadows, who's pulling the strings here. But now you know who to look for. And although they seem to be just an unassuming old man watching the show like anyone else, you know that this is Abraxbobola in disguise.
Oh man, this is so hard because because I'm flashing back to Zelf flashing back and trying to change the past.
And it just like made things worse.
Zelf told everyone that when he tried something, it made a paradox.
Yes.
I know. Oh my God.
But he did the most direct and, time-changey thing that he could think of. He had no nuance.
Yeah, but even worse than that, I don't know if Astra has capacity to fight against what she perceives as her fate, which is the fact that this has already happened means that it was what was supposed to happen. So, but oh man, this is hard. I think she's going to try to find a seat next to that old man.
For sure.
Real casual like, and be like, are you enjoying the show?
Oh, yes. I'd love to come out here and watch the show. Is this your first time?
It did? Well, yeah, it's a great question. Let's say yes. It's my first time watching this show.
Are you here because you're lost? So many people who come here are lost.
It's a great question. I guess you could say, yeah, in a way I'm lost. I certainly don't belong here, if you know what I mean.
Well, this conversation is taking place back in the present time. Johnny Brightchild, you are a ghost, but a number of rounds equal to your constitution, you can make yourself into a physical being. You use 2 of those last time. What would you like to do?
Andrew, this is selfish, but does Johnny have any way to heal Self?
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I'll so I need to manifest myself physically to heal. So take this ring, and Johnny hands you the broken heart ring that the Frank Prince had given him as an engagement ring. Probably right in front of the toad, and was like, it's got some hit points in it. You can use that to heal your wounds, and stuff like that. Also, and then he'll use lay on hands on Zelf, and will heal Zelf for 15.
Oh, right in my sore shoulder. Johnny, you're a lifesaver.
So I think actually, Paul, you heal 17.
Damn.
There's the last thing says if I don't use a mercy, you heal an additional 2. And I didn't use a mercy.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Sitting pretty.
I'm physical, and so I will.
I have a body now.
I have a body. I'll position myself so that I'm in front of Astra.
Aw.
Guard that goo.
The Time Weaver is going to attack. 3 attacks. It's going to do 1 at Zelf, 1 at Patty, and 1 at Johnny in that order of how I roll it.
All right.
So that is a 28 at Zelf,
Oh, that hits.
a 23 at Patty,
Yup, that hits.
and a 22 at Johnny.
That hits too.
Oh, Lord.
right.
Oh,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
man.
Join me in the past, everyone.
Oh, boy.
15 damage to Zelf, 17 to Patty, 12 to Johnny, and you need to all make will saves. We're looking for a 19 or higher will.
right.
Oh, boy.
I got a 22.
Patty rolled a natural 20 for a 26.
Nice.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
She lives in the moment.
Feeling willful.
Do I get a bonus because I used my discerning palette on this creature? It says I get a +1.
It is not going to get you +8.
Justice says, nice try.
But maybe I can use inspiration, and maybe I'll roll a 6, and that would bring me to a 17. And then if I get that bonus, no, I'm screwed. I get 11. You can only scum so far.
Patty, you are slowed for 1 round, and Johnny, you are slowed for 4 rounds.
Awesome. This is the Final Fantasy boss we have no way to beat. Guys, it's time to run.
But I'm goo.
But we can't just leave Astra.
Well,
as
when you're not
goo.
goo, you can run.
Scoop me up. Scoop me up in a boot.
And then run with the scooped boot.
Yeah. Boot, scoot, and boogie.
Yeah, meanwhile, I think Zelf just got gooified.
Yeah, Zelf, it is your turn. Go ahead and roll on the roll table for me.
Oh, my God.
Thrilling.
Mhm.
It's way more fun when it's somebody else rolling.
Hmm.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Minus 35 out of 100. The word is dinner. Justin, all 4 of us have a flashback for the word dinner.
Oh, my God.
Incredible.
This spider's pointed clawed leg goes into your chest, and you are suddenly in Mielnor. It is not just any boring trip to Mielnor. It is the very first time that you ever step foot in this city. It is also the very first time that you are visiting Theophagy, the restaurant that you would come to know to be the chairman's. Previously, we had talked about the chairman's restaurant has a lot of kind of a Grecian feel to it, a lot of marble statues.
Oh, it's opulent.
What you want to describe how Zelf is feeling, leaving his family and coming here?
Well, at this point, Zelf hasn't settled on being a cook. He doesn't know what he wants to be. He just knows that he feels like he doesn't quite fit in the elven suburb that he grew up in. It's actually not far from Mielnor. He just never left. And this is his first time getting out. So he's excited. He's dazzled by all of the restaurants and the supersize architecture in the city. The lights are bright and they're big. Zelf, much, much younger. Still with a sneer, but not dressed as a chef, dressed in traditional elven clothes, a bright green tunic, tights, curly-toed shoes, and a little cap.
What?
So cute.
Striding into Theophagy, a famous restaurant, he saved his last few birthday purses that he got from his family. And he's excited and nervous, Justin.
All of these things are true of original Zelf the first time that he was here. But Zelf, as you step foot into this restaurant now, your body is younger. Your clothes are standard elven, but your mind is the Zelf of the present, and you know what this place represents.
Yes.
And you know that this is the moment that you're going to have elven food magic for the first time.
The weight of all of Zelf's history is definitely hitting him, and all of the trials and tribulations with the chairman stacked up, and knowing that this is his first experience. But a part of him wants to remember.
Yeah.
So he's drawn into this scene, perhaps moving a bit slower and with a bit more precision as he looks around at the rooms.
Great. As you are greeted by a waiter and taken to a table, back in the present, Patty Hertz, what would you like to do?
God, I can't run. Everybody's turning into goo. I just. Ugh.
Scoop us into a boot.
God, I only have one tankard and I can't mix you two together. You don't get along well enough for that.
No. That would be okay. Actually, that could be really fun.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Join us in the past. Get hit. Get hit, Patty.
Get hit.
I can't just give up.
I say we try and scoop them up and flee.
You think we could do it? You think I can fit them in my tankard?
I
I mean, I guess I could put one of them in my cheek pouches. I could put them in my mouth.
Let's flip a coin for that one.
This is going to end with all three of us melding. You're going to accidentally swallow Zelf and me.
Well, Patty's a demigod. She has to accept these kind of things.
Patty is going to make a decision right now, which is that she does not stand a chance fighting this thing. Like, she might be the goddess of hubris, but she's not an idiot. And so she is, Paltra Mimosa style, gonna try to scoop up whoever is the closest goo pile into her tankard.
Incredible.
So I will give you a choice. Zelf was right next to you when he was gooified. And so I will let you scoop him up as a standard action. You'll still have a move action to flee.
Excellent.
Or if you want to take the full round, I will let you gather both Zelf and Astra, but then you won't be able to move this turn.
Yeah, I can't leave them. I gotta scoop them both up. We're gonna try to scoop Astra into the tankard. Sorry, guys.
This is insane.
It's like if the kids are fighting, they have to stand nose to nose in the corner.
Yeah, Patty desperately scooping her friends up off the ground.
Oh,
And we're back in the deep, deep whispering woods in this bizarre theater, this fake court.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'm so glad we
yes.
jumped back to this segment. I'm so invested in it.
Me too.
Astra sitting next to the creature or entity that would become her patron, but as of now believes that they have fooled her into thinking that they are an old man watching this puppet show.
Astra is going to keep talking to this man. Since they're both pretending to be something else, she wants to try to make use of that. And she's going to say, you know, you seem so wise, being an older man here, lost just like me. Do you feel like the future is immutable? Do you feel like it can be changed, or that the things that we have done are always going to be the things that we have done?
You know, the Whispering Woods has taught me one thing. It's that chaos will always come out on top. Everything is constantly changing and going in other directions.
Does that mean you should lean into the chaos, or you should try to harness it, or that you should try to control it?
Trying to control chaos is a fool's errand. It's like a shadow with the light. The light can destroy it, but without it, it can't exist.
I guess you can't have one without the other, huh? That sucks. Why is that that's a terrible system. It should be one or the other. No complications. Sir, I'm gonna walk on that stage, and I'm gonna grab Small Blep's hand, and we're gonna walk out of here. I think we're just both gonna have to live with the consequences of whatever that does. Are you prepared for that?
Abraxima Bulba is amused by this.
Of course.
They go, absolutely. He's right there.
Gosh, okay, I guess we're gonna do this, huh? Here's the thing is that this is before the time when time becomes cyclical, you know? So is this within the loop of time? Is what I'm doing within the loop of time? Or if I change this moment, is it unweaving a part that has not yet even begun to be woven? Do you know what I mean?
Boy, here we go.
It's, no. Don't answer. I'm going to go on the stage. I'll see you later. And Astra's going to stand up and walk onto the stage and try to grab Small's hand and walk him out of there.
Yeah, you crawl up onto this stage. The shadows all stop moving along the wall, and as they do, the puppets stop moving as well that they're controlling. Abraxabulba doesn't stop you, but leans forward, interested, their eyes wide, just waiting to see what happens. You grab Small's doll-like hand and pull him. The shadows that are operating him kind of pull with you as you do this. You get him down off of the stage, but the shadows continue to extend. But as they do, they kind of thin. And as they thin, they begin to turn blue.
The strings pulling this marionette are time strands.
Astra looks down at Small, holding his hand, and she says to him, "You're never going to get any bigger than you are now."
Oh, dark.
That's it. That's it. Thank you for listening to this episode of Burnt Cookbook Party, and a special thank you to our Patreon subscribers. You are supporting independent media in the best and most direct and most sustainable and most coolest way possible. And we appreciate you for it. As always, you can find our merch store at bit.ly/JennaMerch. Find us on Twitter at BCBParty, on Tumblr at BCBParty, or email us at burntcookbookparty@gmail.com. Burnt Cookbook Party is Andrew Hansen as Johnny Brightchild and Johnny Anaj, Caitlin Stayduhar as Patty Hertz, Paul Luetkemeyer as Zelf, me, Jenna Stoeber as Astrablep, and Justin Green as GM and World Builder. This episode was edited for content by Justin Green and edited for sound by Akshay Balakrishnan. Produced by Jenna Stoeber.